These are different punishments from mothers all around the world. In different countries, mothers punish their children in different ways, so we are now going to react to a video on how every single mother punishes their children from every single country. I've got a few friends all around the world, so I'm going to have to check and see how accurate these punishments actually are. So let's get straight into this. Right, now starting off with surname, I never know how to say it, but apparently they get kicked out of the house, and then in the UK, we get no holidays. That is not true at all. I'll tell you my punishments because I'm from the UK. I got my phone taken away from me. I wasn't allowed to play on my PC. I wasn't allowed my iPad. I wasn't allowed to leave my room. I was just sent to my bedroom to sit here and be bored the whole time. I was allowed to read a book though, but that's about it. But if I did something really, really bad, then the punishment would be more severe. And I never really got grounded. To be fair, I was quite a good kid, but like I would never really get grounded. And if I did get grounded, it was only for a few days. I just weren't allowed my phone or something. So I never wasn't allowed to go on holiday. That's crazy. Then apparently in France, they slap their children, and then in Spain, they yell at them. I think yelling's a good way to discipline a child, to be fair. Just yell at them, go, you're an idiot. No, I'm joking. Next up, we have Thailand, and in Thailand, they verbally insult their children. And then Egypt, they beat them on the butt with a wooden stick. Really? Surely not. Surely that's not real. To be fair, I did see in the comments on this video that someone said they're from Egypt, and that just isn't true, so I don't know how true this actually is. But I know some people that got disciplined from their parents in crazy ways. Like, borderline, like, mental. Now we have South Africa, and they have flogging. Does that just mean hitting them with a belt, I assume? And then Bolivia, they spank them. What? Could you imagine like a 16-year-old being bent over their mum's knee just getting spanked on the bum? Like that's crazy to me. I've never understood spanking. Like having a child and just having your child, not a child, your child, not a child. Pause. Having your child around you and just smacking it. Yeah, I don't get that. Really don't get it. Really doesn't make sense to me. Now we have Argentina, and there's no video games. That would be the best punishment, in my opinion, right now in this generation, because they just wouldn't know what to do. In Greece, they have public humiliation. What? So if you got like bad grades in tests, they'd make you march around the street with a flag saying, I got bad grades. Surely not. Surely not, surely not. But the video games one, I actually think is the best idea you could possibly do. If you take away their phone and their video games, they have no access to anyone in the outside world, and they just have their own thoughts. They just got to think about what they've done, and then they'll come around. Depends how harsh you want to be. In Colombia, they're not allowed out of the home. I think that's a very fair punishment. And then in Turkey, they get, again, beaten on the butt with a stick. Crazy. In Ukraine, they're locked in a room. I feel like this is the general punishment from most people from their mothers from when they were younger. Like, they were just locked in a room. Key was thrown away, even though I don't have a key on my door. But you know what I mean. I also think the naughty step was really good when you were really young. When you're like 4 years old, you had to sit on the naughty step. You just weren't allowed to move. But you could move. You could just stand up and walk away if you wanted to. But you never would dare. By the way, guys, if we can get 1,500 likes on this video, that would mean the world to me. So please make sure you like this video and subscribe. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Do it now. Let me know if you did it in the comments down below. Next up, we have the Netherlands, and they get an early bedtime, which again was a punishment in my youth. In Romania, they have hands up. I assume that just means you put your hands above your head for a long, long time, and then it makes your shoulders or arms ache. That could be a good punishment. It might build some muscle in your arms as well, so it's a bit of a win-win. In Nigeria, they have to wash the toilets. Very good punishment. Nobody wants to wash toilets, so you'll never do that thing that you got punished for again. In Uzbekistan, they slap them, and then in Finland, they get isolation. Isolation is a good one as well. Again, makes you think, makes you go, oh, why did I do that? Why? I'm never going to do that again, because now I'm going to be isolated again if I do stuff like that again. It's just, yeah, it's clever. It's a smart one. Myanmar is next up, and they're not allowed on the television. Very, very good. But the thing with that is, if you're not allowed on the TV, it doesn't really matter because you've got a phone. Like, if it was back in, well, I say my day, 15 years ago, if I didn't get TV, I'd be like, oh God, I'm gutted. But now I'm like, all right, I don't use TV anyway, I just use my phone. So if they took away your TV and all your electronics, then yeah, fair enough. I'd say that's a very, very good mum punishment. Next up, we have Pakistan, and they get beaten with a broom. Crazy. And then Lebanon is hands up again. I do think hands up is just to, like, wear out your arms. In South Korea, a mum punishment is not partying.
So if you're like 10...
You're not allowed to go to a party, I guess. Or no party for your birthday or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But that's a good punishment. That is a very good punishment. I would be annoyed if I weren't allowed to party and everyone else was. Chile's punishment is insulting them verbally, fair enough. And then Algeria, sorry, I was going to say Pakistan. Algeria is yelling. Germany's, I'm going to guess Germany's, oh, never mind, corporal, what the hell? Germany's is smacking the bum as well. What is going on with smacking bums? That is, yeah, that's a strange one. Saudi Arabia's punishment is that they have to wash windows, apparently, from their mothers, fair enough. And then China is pulling of ears. Oh my days, getting your ears pulled as a child was so annoying. Just pulling your ear, like telling, what are you doing? Still being naughty. Do it. Oh, I used to aggravate me. So annoying. It's a good punishment though, it's a good punishment. As long as you don't rip their ear off, then yeah, give them a stern telling off, stop being naughty, they'll fix up. Canada's, I genuinely don't think mums in Canada punish their kids. They're all too nice. I'm going to say Canada's punishment is that they have to be mean to someone. They're all too nice to have a good punishment. No, never mind, they get spanked. Fair. What is going on? Bangladesh, flogging, does that mean getting beaten with a belt? And then the USA is extra study time. Well, I tell ya, you Americans need more than that, because you're all thick now, chicken. So essentially you just got to do more homework if you're from the USA. Fair enough, that's not a horrible punishment. I'll kind of take that. You get a bit smarter from being naughty. Then in the Philippines, their punishment is doing all of their homework, fair enough. And then in India, a flying slipper. I thought that was just a stereotype. Like, remember them memes you used to see on Vine where they used to throw a slipper and hit someone in the face? There's no way they actually do that. That's crazy. Can my Indian subscribers and fans and followers and family let me know if this is actually true? Like, that's the accuracy they must have on that. Like, I can't even throw like a ball to the window and get in the right spot, let alone a slipper to my son's face. that is a punishment and a half. In Brazil, they get yelled at, and then in Kazakhstan, they get beaten with belts. I think that's crazy. I think that is crazy. Then Sri Lanka, they also get spanked. What is it with all these countries spanking people? And then Azerbaijan gets slapped. The spanking thing just is crazy to me. In Russia, they get the silent treatment. I'm not going to lie, this would work on me the best. If I got silent treatment, oh my god. If I got the silent treatment when I was younger, I would lose my head. I'd actually lose my head, like, completely. I'd be like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? Stop ignoring me. Stop ignoring me. It would just ignore, oh my god, it would annoy me so much to the point that I'd never be naughty again in my life. But the silent treatment was top tier punishment for me. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much. In Indonesia, they were beaten on the butt with a stick. This sounds painful, to be fair. And then in Mexico, they get isolation. That's sort of similar to the silent treatment, but not in a way, because you're not around other people, so you don't expect to be spoken to. But when you're around people, you expect to be spoken to, and then when they don't respond, it just, oh, it aggravates me. In Kenya, they get caning. What is that? That looks horribly painful. In Peru, they get a slap from their mother. Surely all of these aren't true. And then in Australia, it's like the UK, they get no holidays, so I don't know how true that is. And then in Afghanistan, they get a haircut. That could be crazy. I'd be so mad if I was, like, skinned bald. I'd be fuming as a kid. I'd be so mad. I don't know how true all of these things are. Can you guys let me know in the comment section what country you're from and how your mum punished you, so I can see how accurate or not accurate these punishments actually are. Because I know in the UK, I got all the holidays I wanted, even though I was a rude little boy sometimes. But that's about it. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, one more thing. Like the video, subscribe, and what's the other thing? Goodbye.